Live from the Gaylord Rockies Resort and Convention Center, this is the 2023 Coaches Hall of Fame induction. Please welcome our first honoree, John Homon. Big John, of course, the legend of Mount Union. John Homon, Mount Union. They call him Big John. And Big John Homon had some big ideas during his time at Mount Union. As a Division III head coach in the sports-rich state of Ohio, Homon needed to attract top athletes to his non-scholarship program, then bring out the best in them once they arrived on campus. He did that by incorporating a revolutionary training program utilizing speed and force to build muscle power. That, plus great coaching, resulted in a total of 54 Ohio Athletic Conference titles combined in cross-country, indoor track, and outdoor track during Homon's 33 years at the helm of the program. Individually, Mount Union athletes also claimed an astounding 503 OAC championships and 42 national titles under his tutelage. He turned Mount Union into one of the most respected programs in the nation. Tonight, we salute John Homon and welcome him to the Hall of Fame. Congratulations, John. Thank you. Yeah, please have a seat. All right, I was looking at every picture. Big John, did you ever smile when you were a coach?
I try not to, but a lot of times I have to.
It seemed to work.
It was a lot of fun and had a lot of great people to work with. Obviously, great people, because if it wasn't for them, I sure wouldn't be here because I didn't score many points. But I think I have fun.
Yeah, well, you were smiling inside, obviously.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, I read in your bio that you were at one time a North American arm wrestling champion. Is that true?
Well, he said I was a one-time national arm wrestling championship. He finally made a mistake. It was 2 times.
Oh. Were those back-to-back, or?
No, there was a few years between.
Okay.
I always enjoyed, just like a lot of you people would, I always enjoyed competition, and I enjoyed lifting weights and strength stuff. And I was watching a competition one day in Athol, Massachusetts. It was a little town in Massachusetts, and I was watching an arm wrestling championship, and I said, geez, I could do that stuff. My father said, then stop talking about it and go ahead and do it. So I did a lot of training, and it was a lot of fun.
John, this is not the Hall of Fame induction ceremony for the Arm Wrestling Hall of Fame, so we're going to transition quickly. 1978, you arrive on campus, and you just come off of your service, and we thank you for that. What was it about coaching that drew you to the profession first, and then to have such a long career at one institution?
Well, of course, I was in the service, and I was a medic in Vietnam, and as my family knows, I didn't know that much about coaching. I started at a small school, not a small school, it was a school in Fall River, Massachusetts. I enjoyed it. It was 4 years. And then I thought that I would go to maybe get my master's degree, and I went to the University of Nebraska, and I was fortunate enough. And when I mean fortunate, this is really something. This was a life-turning thing for me. I had a chance to work at Nebraska Wesleyan. There was a coach there by the name of Woody Greeno who provided me, and just like all of us, all these great honors, we had to have some opportunity. And he gave me the opportunity to work with some great athletes. And I did that for 2 years. And probably my biggest regret going to Nebraska Wesleyan, and I'm sure that we all probably feel this way towards certain people, is that I never sat down. I never said to Woody Greeno, I really appreciate you giving me the opportunity to work with these people. This was really a life-changing thing for me, because then I left Nebraska Wesleyan and I went to Mount Union College, and I was there for 32 years.
And you built quite a program there. I read the stat that the OAC awarded 93 team titles across the 3 sports during your tenure there, and your teams won 54. You never scored a point. I can say that accurately.
I can't remember scoring any points. I might have when I was younger, but I can't remember.
But when we spoke this morning, and I think one of your points of pride was that you really focused on building a team. You were trying to get scorers across all the event groups, and you felt like that was one of your keys.
I think that that's a good point for a lot of coaches too. I did throw the weights at the University of Massachusetts, but I wanted to more than just have weight men. I wanted all-around teams. I thought that that was really important. I know that we won some conference championships with scoring every single event at the meet, and I know that I took a lot of pride in that. I think my athletes took a lot of pride in that. And I always wanted well-balanced teams, as you know, everybody else wants to, but you have to, it's hard work, and we all know that.
I think it's still resonating with me what Victor said early on about, you know, the role of developing both the best that a student can be as an athlete, but also the best human being that they can be, and you have a role in a lot of those lives over the course of your time there. I assume in the midst of your recognition tonight, you've heard from some of those folks, many of whom you probably haven't spoken to in a long time. Is that part of the enjoyment of this moment tonight, is to have kind of re-engaged with a lot of those folks?
Well, this is obviously a great honor for everybody, not just me, but everyone. And I had a chance to see probably about 30 athletes that have worked with me, that have bought into the program. I saw them improve a lot. Athletics is important, there's no question about it, but you know, for 4 years of college athletics, that's real important, but it's real important to see you graduate and to be successful. I mean, we've got doctors here, and we've got lawyers and businessmen and teachers, coaches, a lot of great coaches here. And you know, that's really important to me. And that's why we're doing this. Yeah.
John, who would you like to thank tonight on this occasion?
Excuse me?
Who would you like to thank tonight on this occasion?
Well, number one, of course, is my wife.
It's a good place to start.
That's a great start.
Yeah.
You know, we've been married for 50 years. Somebody that can put up with me for 50 years is pretty special. And I really appreciate that. She's been a big fan. She supported you guys, you athletes, real well. She's been very important to me. Obviously, she's very special to me. And then, of course, my sister and my family. My mother and father, I know, would be here if they were still alive, because they would be so proud. But my sister is kind of representing the whole family. But it's been very, very special. Yes.
Well, it's just nice to see you smile. I mean, I think that.
Right.
I was a little intimidated after. It's like, is this guy going to be nice? But yeah. You're great. Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2-time North American arm wrestling champion and Hall of Famer in college track and field, John Homon.
Yep. Thank you, Paul. Yep. Thank you so much. Yep. Great, Paul.
Thanks, John. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right.
He does a great job, doesn't he? We're so lucky to have him.
Oh, jeez. Check's in the mail, John.
All right.
All right, as Big John, who's going to become my agent in an Olympic year, leaves the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, one round of applause for our class of 2023, the Coaches Hall of Fame.